What makes a woman love? Hang her weary head and cry.
Ah, man. That does have quite a bit of lag to it.
What makes
That's what I was worried about.
hang her weary head and cry.
Maybe it's the
When she starts to
having that going
tell
as well. Probably doesn't help.
her only loving man goodbye.
So worth checking out to make sure. We're play testing
A woman
a little bit today to see how Talespire is going to run.
all over the U.
It doesn't look like it's running the best.
A woman is a woman.
Yeah, it's a bit glitchy. It's a little bit glitchy, but we'll see. How's it going, Big Papa? We're just playing around a little bit with Talespire to see how it's going to run for the stream. But it's looking like I'm getting a little bit of lag on my end. I don't know if you guys are seeing it or not, though. But yeah, this is playing around with the map, getting ready for Fallout to premiere next week. I'm trying to lighten up the map a little bit so it's not so heavy. Looks good? Awesome. Awesome. I mean, it's a pretty decent little map that we're working with here for Fallout. As long as it's not like lagging the video too well. This is in Talespire. It's a program that you can get on like Steam. But yeah, I'm trying to eliminate because I had downloaded this skyscraper and it's really cool, but we wouldn't have these types of lights. So because this system is definitely made more for it's made more for like Dungeons and Dragons style stuff, but they're slowly trying to get more steampunky and modern stuff in here. But we're gonna be using it for Fallout because I already have a bunch of assets for it built up for Fallout, so should be pretty cool. So yeah, I'm literally just trying to, you know, I felt like I might as well stream this. Like last night was like I can show you this. Last night we were play testing it, and we went to a practice arena. Yeah, so this is what we were practicing in last night, so that some of the players could get the hang of things. You can literally make it where, you know, they can only move their figures as the GM. I can move different figures. Hold up, I need to turn down. But also get rid of that ad. There we go. Yeah, it is a very cool system. But yeah, as you can see, with this place, it's a lot lighter. So I'm thinking I might have to like really dial back what the other map has and do it in zones. Which isn't a big deal, but yeah, because we had this one last night. If you're the GM, you can go in and you can press tab, and as you can see, I had like this is what they see, but when I go and press tab, see, I had an extra little guy there hidden that I can bring out if need be. I had that body down, so you know, if I feel like they need a little something else to fight, it's like, oh my goodness, like boom. Now that zombie got up and are going to attack them, you know? You can even go in here and establish turn order. So that way they can't move or do anything until it is their turn. It's gonna really take these streams that I'm doing to a whole new visual level. That's really what I'm aiming for. Ben is in there. Yeah, I mean, I feel like as much as I love the Theater of the Mind, I have a large high fantasy campaign that is going to be happening come November that I want to build like a big thing for. But for Fallout, you know, like I said, this was super simple. I just did some simple modifications to give it a more Fallout vibe. There's some cool stuff that that I'm not even showing yet that you can do. Like, check this out. If you want to have it where the same map got flooded one week, you could do that. So that way, you know, you can change up the arena with that. I was running a green smoke, so that way if like toxins came up, you can raise that. You can raise it as high as you want, but you know, so that way you can, it's like, oh, the rads are bad right now. You can go in and with the atmosphere, you can obviously change the time of day that you want. It's got the shading there. You can choose what angle the sun is at if you want. You can make it more dark, so that way the players can't see, and you can actually make it where they can only see what you want them to. So that is definitely something helpful as well. They've got their own sounds that you can put in. Yeah, the idea for the rads I think is really fun. You can increase the fog to make it where it's even harder for them to see, but you know, like I said, it's a bit, you know, while I'm just playing around with it and doing the building, of course, I like to be able to see a little bit better. Mookster, how it do? We're just playing around with Talespire right now. I was just showing off some of what this system can do, but of course we are not in the practice realm right now. I'm trying to build the bigger map. So and it takes a second for it to load in, but as you can see, it wasn't too bad. But I am getting, yeah, I did see that it came out today. I 100% plan to give it a watch later on. We have the Fallout campaign, not Fallout, but the Power Ranger campaign tonight. See, this is too heavy of a city now is the problem, so I'm gonna have to reduce some of it. I feel like if I take this out, because I was gonna let them build inside of this, I'm gonna make this a completely separate area that they can enter. So easy enough. So we will go into exploration and build mode. Boom. Let's drop her down. And this is one thing that I love, of the ease that it is to go through with something like this. So we're just going to go through here. Make sure that we've got everything we need there. Boom. And let's increase that. And then we're just going to cut. Boom. See? You can move it around however you wanted, but we're trying to get rid of it so that way we're not so heavy on a map. So we're just going to go and delete that just to try and we're trying to reduce all unneeded assets in here so it won't run so bad. Yeah, it definitely, well, I just don't want this map to be too heavy to where I can actually run it for things like this. Like this is where I was going to have the Adam Church, the Children of Adam, but it's just too heavy. So we're gonna make this its own thing in a separate mini map. So having it in separate areas is definitely the way to do it, I feel like. But it's a little bit of trial and error because this is the first time I'm even using this. Last night was my first time actually running even just a one shot in it, so it was definitely different than what I'm used to, in a good way. Let's cut it. Boom. And see? Boom. That's all gone now. See, we got a little bit of stuff in the ground though, because you can build it downward. But I can already see that my camera is moving a lot better now because I've reduced the size of this map. So yeah, I'm doing the right thing here. If I like just separate them into a few different areas, I think that I'm going to get the results that I'm wanting, because I did get a little bit crazy and wanted to see how big of a map I could get away with without it crashing my system. Yeah. That's exactly what I plan to do, because you can see how easy it is. You just go up to your boards right here, boom, and then it's like, oh, we've got the practice arena. You can have as many as you want, and that's going to make it where it's a lot less heavy on everybody, because I had it a little too much in this one area. Like, now I can see that I'm moving pretty good, and I still have a decent size, like, because I want to give them the freedom to kind of just go around and do what they want with this area. And so this area they're going to be able to do what they want with, but I'm going to have smaller, more compact areas. They're going to be more dense with different area for them to play around in. So there's like for instance, the Brotherhood of Steel right here. I love this, but it could easily be its own thing. So I just need to separate some stuff like this out here. There's no reason for me to have this much. So I am going to go and reduce this down. Hello, Omega Game Time. How is it going? Like, I just need to, like, section off areas, essentially. And the players are just going to have to understand that it's not completely explorable, but there's still plenty to explore. So let's just go in and then boopity-boo. Because it is just a little bit heavy of a map, but it's still running pretty good. Yes, that is the thing, is I've added so much to one map that it has a slight lag to it. It doesn't limit how much you could do, and that's the thing, is I wanted to see how much I could push the system. And so having all of this extended stuff that they're probably never gonna go to really doesn't do anybody any good. So, because you have to imagine, every single one of these buildings is explorable. So, splitting them up into smaller locations does seem to be the best way to go about this. Oh, thank you. It is a good background for this. I'm very much looking forward, because Monday is when we launch. We are launching Monday for the Fallout campaign at 8 o'clock. So, like, I really would love to have, like, a massive map, but apparently that's just, I'm gonna have to divide it up, which, like I said, this is me learning this system with the Fallout campaign, and it's gonna let me have so much more going on for the actual campaign later on, you know, because Fallout's a simple one. Bunch of destruction, let's blow some stuff up. It's fun. It's easy to write for, especially because I'm so used to, but it's super easy to just bounce between, because you can see how quickly this will go. So this was the practice arena we used last night. So boom, we're just gonna smooch on over there, boom, and it's loaded in because it's a smaller area, and you can just go in, and it's like, okay, boom, you guys have got a new area that you entered to. So if you had a larger arena, you could easily just have them walk through the door. And then all you have to do is just go over here, go to your players, and summon players to this board. That's all you got to press, and it's going to bring all of the players that are playing on there. Because as you can see, I have 2 other people that have already, for this campaign, logged in, so that way they can get themselves familiar with the system. And then all I got to do is just go bibbity bobbity boom. Let's go back to the main area. But this takes a little bit longer to load in because there's so many assets. Not too long, but still, lightening up is going to be my best bet. So that way I am not overstressing the system. So going into builder mode, I can just go in here. Let's wipe out all of this extra terrain that we're not even using. So boom, let's cut it, and then bam. Super simple. I'm so proud of this area over here that I built. I built this one from scratch. This is going to be like a raiders area that they're going to come and have to fight through. Don't tell any of the players. Let's see what. So you can make it for players to enter a building, then boom, change a different map and say, now y'all are in the building. Yes, you could. That is exactly what you can do. And that's where I originally wanted it to be one giant map, and I'm trying to strip away a lot of that to make it where it's not going to be so heavy on the system. Because I am running an okay computer, but I'm not running God tier or nothing like that. So, you know, I'm trying to be a little bit more reasonable with what I'm trying to pull, because they're probably never going to go out here. And if they did, I could just make it where once they go past a certain mark, then boom, now they're in like the swampy more area. Because this is Fallout Greedy Creek is the name of the campaign. Sorry, I gotta get rid of this music here. And apply to board. There we go. Because I have music that's supposed to go with Fallout. Right, so then back into builder mode, bibbity bobbity. And what's cool is, one of my favorite things about this whole thing is the community. Now, I'll show you guys something I really love about this more than anything else. And that is the community on this. Because I can go right here and go to community mods. And that is real mods that you can do. You can have it for different systems. You can have different dice put in. You can have things that fit for specific systems. There's one that I downloaded to where they play a little mini game when they want to unlock a door. I need to implement that one still, but you can do a lot of cool stuff like that to where you can mod it to where it is specifically the type of game that you want to run. So let's go and see. Boom. Well, they recently made it where people in the community can upload their own creations, because you can combine this with Hero Forge and make your own miniatures to import here. So the few of the players, they want to have, people love to have their super specific miniatures while they're playing, so they can go and make that. Now it does cost using Hero Forge, is $7 to make the figure and then to get the file, and then I can upload it in here. So there's tons of pre-made ones or other fan ones that people have made that they can use. But I give my players the option, if they want to, they can go and make their own. It just costs $7. So, but we've got some actual Fallout ones in here that some people in the community have uploaded. These are just ones that I've saved. Like we've got the little bot right there. We've got the protection droid. We've got power armor. So we've got some actual good Fallout ones. We even have the workbench right there. So there's a lot of good Fallout stuff. I've even downloaded some Pokemon and stuff. So different stuff. And you can, like I said, you can just pretty much riddle it out. One thing I like also, so let's say that somebody is playing as a Brotherhood of Steel member. Let's go and grab that asset real quick. And where'd it go? There it is. So let's say somebody is wanting to play a Brotherhood of Steel member that has some power armor. Cool. Let's close that down. You can go right down here, and as you can see, you can go into their stats, and I already have special programmed into it. So you can put everybody's special for Fallout or whatever system you're wanting to do. So it's easy not only for you to remember, but also the players to remember. You can put all of that in if you want. You can also put their health. They have different emotes, stats. You can even have it where over here you can chat with everybody that is playing. So it's a good system. The one thing I will say that some people don't like is $25, which to me doesn't seem like a bad deal, but I understand it's a difficult thing to get everybody in your party to pay $25. But you can have it where they're just watching and you're moving the things if not everyone wants to spend that $25. Personally, I think it's worth it if you're going to be playing these types of games. You can even come in here into the GM tools. Change the base color so that way, boom, now you know different factions, because I know that's going to be a big part of this. You can give player permission of who can move certain tiles, make unique, change name, or one of my favorite things is boom. If you want an enemy to be bigger, you can make them bigger. If you have like a special one or something, or you want them to be super small for whatever reason, you can do that as well. So, really cool system. I enjoy it. Another thing that's really cool is boom, go in here. Let's say I need to roll 3d20s. There we go. Boom, roll it. And then also it pops up so everyone can see what you rolled. I really like that as well. So just the little things like that go a long way for me. But yeah, see, I already have a little alligator waiting for them if they decide to go out there. I've been working on this as well. This is going to be their main base area. So here is where you can change perspective. So if you want them to see specific floors, boom, see? Not that floor below it. There we go. Here's the main place they're going to hang out. I built them a little bar that they can go and hang out in. I get very excited about these types of things. So something like this, I think is going to be really fun for them. Now, in hindsight, I should have made the bar its own separate map. I really should have, but it's already there. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on eliminating other things that don't matter as much. So stuff like, I love this Brotherhood of Steel base, but we'll just make it where it's its own separate thing. But when you're looking at the community creations as well, you can go in and look at other people's slabs. So I love this aspect of it. It makes it so easy to build a map on the quick if you are short on time or something. So let's say that you just needed, oh, this looks like something that your party would like to use. Let's just upload it and boom, you can just drag and drop it in right then and there. No problem at all. So I love that. I love that because I've been uploading my own stuff as well. Like I built this vault right here. This is Vault 113. And I built that not too long ago. So I'm going to upload that to the community so other people can use if they want to. Because I thought that was pretty cool. And when you're playing, when you go into play mode, you can easily just go boom. And they actually open it up, you know? It's a real door. It opens. I love that aspect of it. So, it's pretty cool. Like I said, I just need to lighten this load a little bit because it's a bit heavy. Still very fun, though. Let's see. Going back into build mode. Yeah, it's definitely something I'm glad that one of our players suggested to me to use. Like I said, we're just gonna go back and put that in its own area. As much time as I spent on that thing, it's okay. We will get over it. For the Brotherhood of Steel, because I can go and grab that asset again. I already have it saved, and we'll use that for its own separate map, so that way I can just have a Brotherhood of Steel kind of map. So it still gives them so much area for them to concentrate on. I just kept wanting to build outward. I need to quit trying to build outward. Yeah, I messaged Ben and I'm like, then permission to go live, and he didn't get back to me in time, so I went live anyway. Yeah, this is just, I figured, why not? If I'm already going to be doing this, I might as well come in here and build with y'all. But I think that this is the main thing, is that bar and these streets right here that I wanted to save. I feel like if I move some of this, it might not be a bad idea, though. See, like this, I could probably eliminate this because I don't have anything planned for it yet. And then just scoop all of this stuff over. So that's what I might do right now, is let's try it. See how it goes. I do love this program. I look forward to... Oh, shoot. Didn't mean to do that. I definitely look forward to using it for some different systems and seeing how it works. Fallout works perfect, but obviously D&D is the main one that people are going to use it for, even though I'm not the biggest 5e guy. I don't think that it's the worst system in the world, but it doesn't work for a lot of the stories that I'm wanting to tell. See, boom, there we go. That's perfect. So we'll just get rid of that, because that's going to save us a lot of space. And then we can just go and move all of this stuff into where that was. And that's going to kind of bring in the map just a little bit, I think. So, all right, let's go. See? And this is still pretty well in active development, so there will be things that aren't perfect, but that also means that we're getting new things all the time in it. Make sure that, yep, we are tall enough. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead. Oop. Looks like we need to, before we do all of that, let's eliminate this stuff out here. First off, that was not actually needed. Okay, yeah, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have to shrink the map just a bit. Are you guys getting any lag on my camera coming through? That's a good question, because it might just be showing me lag, but not showing you guys lag on the camera. Because if it's not showing you guys lag, then it's not as big of a problem. But still somewhat of a problem. But still. Build mode. There we go. A little bit of camera lag. Okay, I thought so. Okay, that tells me that I was right about my assumption. Which, not a big deal. We can work on that. Because I noticed I didn't get a camera lag when I went over to the other map. So, that's fine. Okay, there we go. So now we should be able to add that little area in there. I feel like the more that... so let's try... Boom, boom. Let's try changing boards again. We'll go back to the practice board. Because I get no lag over here. Obviously, because it's a very small area. Like I said, not a big deal though. Let's try loading it back up now and seeing if it's changed any. Because now that it's a different... And... I'm still getting some lag. Okay, so we still got some eliminating to do. Stuff like this I can probably eliminate because that's a lot of access stuff. No big deal. We're learning the system as we go because I've only had this system for a short while. Oh, whoopsie. Didn't want to eliminate that much. Oops. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. And it's mostly camera lag is what's weird about it. Oh well, this is the fun of it. I got less than a week to get this thing up and functioning, but if I have to, I'll just recreate a specific area. Because I'm wondering if I save this specifically, if I can just move it into an area.
Other than that, thanks for watching and listening. Hope to see you guys down in the comments below or in the next video.
Because like I said, I think I can, if I move all of this stuff over, I think that's going to help shrink it in a little bit. Which is something I definitely want.
Does this happen? Going after the same girl?
Go ahead and get rid of that addy ad. On.
What makes you think I want someone to be in love with me?
I don't know, lady. There we go. Alright, let's move this over. Please stop doing that. There we go. There we go. Where are you from? I don't know what that's from, but it's gone. Probably from that trailer or something. Oh well. Honestly though, if I cut out that music, it might help a little bit. It did, of course. Of course, shutting that off is going to make it better. You know, that's kind of a fun thing about this, though, is the system actually has its own music built in. So you can add in ambience. let's go with just a celebration. How does that work? So not as much lag now. Still a little bit, but not as much. And that's fine. Works for me. See? Yep. Closing that out, that other music out definitely helped. Yeah, I mean, that always helps. But I'm really not running that much. I was just trying to run YouTube music, but it is what it is. It looks like we're getting not perfect, but at least a little bit smoother. That's why I wanted to test this out before I start streaming the thing and it ends up running real sloppy. So looks like we're doing pretty decent now. Got a few little things here and there that we need to get rid of, but I'm curious as to how much extra stuff we've got just out here. Because it makes me think that there might be some stuff under the map. We'll do a little sweep real quick just to, yep, I'm getting a feeling. All right, we're gonna see if there's any assets under here that I'm missing. Oh, see, there we go. See, there's some assets. I had a feeling. Let's do a big sweep here just to make sure then. Boom. That's the thing. You start building something like this, and then you actually learn how to build in something like this. Hey, much appreciated, Omega. You have yourself a good one. We'll be streaming Power Rangers tonight at 8 o'clock. I just figured why not have a little bit of fun and stream this as opposed to doing what I normally do, which is just do this alone. Which, don't get me wrong, this is a fun program to just kind of sink into by yourself for a few hours. I have definitely already done that a little bit. I know one of my biggest problems is I probably have just had way too much built up in the streets, because I know that these are multiple assets on top of each other. I don't know a really good way to go about not doing it that way and still making it look right though, so hopefully I can, it seems like it's running well enough now. Hey, see, that makes me feel good. I gotta do more of these. We'll do more of these build-ups. I don't think we're not using this one for Power Rangers, sadly. That is Ben's project. I am just on Power Rangers. Let's see. So, that also means we need to eliminate this area too. Which, no big deal. That's why we're doing this today, because I need to get all this stuff done by next week. You too, you too. You're gonna make it difficult for me, you little platform. There we go. Some of these aren't normal assets. They are actually what would be a character, but but you can see like zombies and stuff like here. Okay, so we see we've got some stuff in here. Let's go and eliminate it then. Build mode. And bam. Definitely don't want a floating tree. But I do think that we could probably move the little trailer over now, though. I do like that little trailer. I think that's funny. But why don't we move it like right here as like an end cap, essentially. I think that'll work a little bit better. And then, boom. Let's turn it that way. And then we will come over here. Let's lower it down. Bam, there we go. Somebody went and built their little trailer right there in the little street area. Fun stuff. Alright, which means now we can eliminate this. Alright. We're slowly getting faster when it comes to the computer. Oh, people are watching. Oh, I should probably go and actually share to my own stuff that I'm streaming this. Might as well. There we go. Okay, so are we doing anything with this building? Not currently, though. So I guess we'll eliminate it too. Makes me a little bit sad, you know, because I'd love to just run a giant map, but that's just going to be too heavy, especially on my other players. So we're going to try and get like the central important area up and going, and that's it. Yeah, see, I'm getting really bad. But it's definitely not as heavy as it was. What's nice is all I have to do is then, boop, there we go. The area around it's flooded. You can't go outside of it. Easy enough. There's still plenty to do around here. Let's get rid of those floating trees, though. Nobody needs that in their life. Yeah. This area stays because I have intentions for it. Yeah, it's feeling a lot better now. I'll probably move this over though. to be very specific. Back into build mode. Right, that's exactly what I needed to see. It worked. Aha! There we go. Now it's a little bit more spaced out. I don't like how close that was there. Okay. Now that it says that it's synced, it feels like it's running a little bit better as well. Yeah, I think that we've fixed a lot of the heavy issues that we were having. Because once we actually get down here and we're just playing the game, as opposed to trying to load in every asset, it runs a little bit better. All right. Yeah, I think that this will be a good enough area for them to hang out in. Now I can actually start building, because I wanted this building to be somewhere that I could just infest with a bunch of stuff. But I want to make sure that I have eliminated access before I start building more again. I am curious about something. Because if I can save this, I need to figure out how to save specific areas. I don't know how to save a slab yet. I need to figure that out. Let me try. Let me see. Alright, let's see. Okay, so that's how you publish the slab. Let's try publishing the slab. Let's see. Now that I know that, that makes me a lot happier. All right. Published in public. Thank you for sharing your work in the community. Okay, nice. That makes it a lot easier for me because now all I have to do when I go in here, I can just pull that up. Let's see. Bam. Nice. Okay. Now we're fucking cooking. Let's go ahead and publish that then. Let's let the people have access to these things. Why wouldn't we? You know? Let people play with these assets that I'm making. There we go. And it looks like you can actually make them private. Why would I, though? I've been taking other people's assets. Let's give them some cool assets to play around with. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. We got the important stuff here. Okay, so we're gonna like rebuild, I think. I think we'll start it at square one. Because this was the experimental. But I kind of want to give them like a hub map. Because this is the main thing that I wanted to make sure I preserved with all of this. So let's go ahead. I'm going to make a private one for this, honestly, though. That's what I needed right there. That's the main thing. This one is private. There we go. That's what we needed. That was the main thing I wanted, was that. So why don't we create a new board? Oh yeah, there we go. Now we've got a new board. Oh, okay. I'm having the hardest time in Talespire. It's super cool, in depth, but there doesn't seem to be many tutorials, so I'm hoping to learn some tips from your stream. Okay. Is there anything that you would like to know? Is this the music in the program? Yes, it is, Big Papa. It is. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted. So we're going to start from square one, and I'll show you guys how this works then. As you can see, it also runs a lot better when I'm not trying to put a million assets into one map, and super easy to go between. All you have to do is like press space bar, boom, you've got your maps over here. So if I want to go to one of the other maps, all I have to do is just jump right to it. But yeah, let's rename this one. Let's call this one the hub, because this is going to be our hub area. I got a Bluetooth on so I can hear everything you say. I'm just trying to get some work stuff finished up before I decide to go home. Oh, cool. Hey, that YouTube comment was me. I switched to Twitch because I didn't know if you could see the YouTube comments. Yes, I can. I can see both of them. But yeah. So here we are. This is what you start with. You can, of course, go in here, change up what you want the ground to look like. Fit your aesthetic a little bit better. Since we are doing Fallout, I feel like giving it that kind of sandy look is what we're going to go with. And here's the ones that I have published. I have published a few little things. Let's go and throw that main hub. See, that one that I just got done with, I got to keep everything that I had done since I saved it out. And that's going to be our main center point that we are going to build this around. But before we get to that, you got to make sure that you're at the proper elevation, because when you're dealing with elevation in this, you have to remember that you have this little thing over here on the side. And what that can do is that's going to increase how much water you've got. So if you want to make yourself above a certain area of water, you want to make sure that that is going to be the first thing that you do, just in case. So that way you can actually have depth of your map. So figuring out the first thing you want to do before anything else is figure out your depth of water, which I'm doing just a simple 4 deep. It doesn't have to be that deep of water, but that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to start out with making sure that we're there. You can also go and do some fun stuff in here with fog. Let me see. That would be in here. And once you go down here, you can go down to your fog post effects. That'll give you things like, let's go. Here it is. Vertical fog. Vertical fog is one that I like as well. So that way you can go in here and let's say that you were wanting a green haze, one that I use quite often. Now you see that this one has been added now. So now you can choose how high up you want a green haze to be going. You can also do that with darkness to make it where it's harder for them to see, but you can add that as well. That's a little less important, I feel like, than your water. So now that we know where our water is at, that means that we can go and set down our main hub, which obviously we don't want in the water, but we're going to go, and this is going to be our central area that we build out from. So, boom, there we go. That's all it takes, just placing her down. As you can see, we still have all of the amazing stuff. When you go in closer, we still have all the amazing stuff that was already built into this, like the bar and stuff, so you can go right down in there and see that. Let's drop ourselves down a little bit. Boom. A little bit higher than that. About there is what we're looking for. See, we still got that bar from earlier. Perfectly in good condition. We've still got our raider camp. But now we're not running as heavy and I can zone us out. That's one thing that I really wanted to make sure of, is that I can make sure that we have the zones that are easier to go in between as opposed to one large map, because that does tend to, like, I'm running a 4070. I know that the rest of my players aren't. So I don't expect them to be able to run this. I don't know what type of RAM they're working with. So putting yourself into sections is probably your best bet. But now we have our main little central area. That I've been working on this more than just about anything, but now we can go in here and, oh, see, just a little something like that. No big deal. We'll just go in, drop that down. And to drop things between the map to where you're wanting to lower it into something across its barrier, all you have to do is just basically press Control, and that'll let you change the elevation and also go between things. That is the plan, Ben. That is the plan. But yeah, so that's one thing I like, is that, like, say here, if I wanted to, you know, I can change the elevation with it, but it also lets you where you can go in between things. And let's say that you messed up. Oh, whoopsie. It's your typical boom, Control Z. No big deal. But yeah, so this is where we're going to build out from. But as you can see here, oh well, that's a little bit of a hassle there with all of this, but we'll just go boom, and then as you can see, we can just change the elevation, and then boom, we're right there. But what if you want to do multiples? Let's say just drag it, and then boom, now we've got a whole road area right there. You know, I love the simplicity of this system. It's got some work that needs to be done, don't get me wrong, but it is, you know, it's an early. Let me know if you're ready for questions. Yeah, I'm always ready for questions. Any questions that you got, I am happy to try and help with, because I've been studying up on this program pretty heavy myself. Let's go and add a little bit of road there. Boom. So I'll probably end up going in and grabbing some other people's assets. Oh, and see, we don't have any music going on here. So let's go to our settings in the atmosphere. We can, and see, there's a lot of different stuff that you can do for different sounds. So let's go with like an eerie. Let's see. I don't know what wizard smoke is for music, but let's give her a try. Did you import these assets, or are they built in? And how is the actual gameplay with characters? Is it smooth as well? Well, I just practiced last night for the first time running this with other players. So this building originally somebody else had built. I have just modified it. Everything back here, I built. I built this all myself. This is an original creation, this parking lot raider base. But what I did is I went in and completely changed up the assets inside of it. I just used the building structure because I didn't feel like building a whole building, but this bar in here is completely my own. I made the bar inside. You are able to import other assets. Like I said, I've been able to go and get like Fallout assets recently, since it is going to be a Fallout campaign. But as you can see, like for instance, Vault 113, I just saved that I had created. All I got to do, just go bam. I can go and elevator up, and then boom, we've got Vault 113. Because it's a community thing. You can share all of your creations for other players to be able to use, which is something I am a big fan of. And speaking of which, why don't we just put Vault 113 right there? That's going to be a pretty big part of our story. So I feel like it would be perfectly fine to have that located right there. Just trying to make sure that we're lined up good, because nothing's worse than you getting it what you think is perfect and then it is not. So let's eliminate that so that way it'll quit doing that. All right. Bloody hell. Why aren't you landing? Oh, I see why. That's annoying. It's because it was going off screen a little bit. There we go. Now we've got our vault. Vault 113 is now there. And you see where it's eliminating all of the stuff? Oh, this is 113 though, so there's a reason. It's since this campaign is based in Florida, and one of the we're using the name Greedy Creek, which is a joke on Disney. I thought that it would be really funny to have 113, which is the classroom that a lot of the Pixar people had went to. If you look at all the Pixar movie, 113 is hidden somewhere, so I thought Vault 113 for any Orlando base with like a bunch of Disney jokes that are going to be thrown into there. But yeah, see, now we have got our Vault 113 right here. And when you're not in building mode, see, turn off building mode, then you can go over and you just right click to, boom, open things. Yep. 113 is in all Pixar movies. That is the classroom that many of them study at. If for anyone that doesn't know, that is just becoming a fan of, for anyone that's just kind of becoming a fan of Artificer Alley and potentially me, I went to film school. I am a huge film nut, so, you know, things like that are pretty cool to me. So we're already starting to see a little bit of stuff going on here. So we've got the vault. We've got the bar, we've got a raider base, we've got a little something here. Okay, so since your campaign is more or less in Florida, have you thought of the idea, or would it even work, of having a storm or hurricane come through the campaign, like in your area while play? If you don't know, yes, I actually do have a hurricane plot planned. What I plan to do with that is there's going to be a hurricane. Unfortunately, there's no mechanics yet for adding rain while it's happening, but after it happens, then all you have to do is boom, you can raise up the water, and oh man, now the map is completely different, you know. So that definitely adds in some cool elements to it. And then all you have to do is come in here, go to your post effects, add in a little bit of that greenness to it, gives that nasty murkiness to it. Go back over here like we were talking about before, go and add in just a little bit of that haze to it. Let's see, do we have that? We have that green haze going on there. Go in, let's make it a little bit darker. So now you got that green haze. Let's drop the water down just slightly. See, now it's too much. Let's drop it down. And then boom, see, now they can only go on the sidewalks, and you have that green haze limiting the amount of area that they can go to. You change up the music, change the time of day, and it completely adds a different vibe to what they're doing. You know, like now the Raider camp is flooded, but we'll drop it down just slightly. Yeah, you can see just having that really changes things up. And I like that. It makes it very dynamic storytelling. But right now we are not currently doing that, so let's turn the lights back up. Yeah, it's definitely a fun system for building up those different types of things. Like, oh, we'll be doing this one, like I said, also for a high fantasy one. Oops, we accidentally eliminated some of the, let's go back into build mode. We had a few floaters from where we had moved it. Let's go ahead and let's give this place an alley. It needs an alley, at least. There we go. Yeah. Like, I went in and did little things like this. I like to make it actually look like the buildings were roughed up a bit. You know, like you can see here, you can actually see into the bar. I like those little kind of details. My suggestion would be to build a normal building and then add destruction later if you're going for that type of a thing. But like I said, this isn't just these types of maps. You can also easily go and do fantasy stuff, which is what it was originally built for anyway. In all reality, this is meant to be more of a fantasy system. I'm just stubborn and like to change it up. See, that's a bit of an issue there. I don't want them all to be uniform like that. So, you know, little stuff like that I'll have to go in and change up to make it look less uniform. I don't want it all to just have that same texture, essentially. And what's nice, though, is all I have to do is go back to boards, and I can always just go right back here to this board and take whatever assets that I want. Like, I like this building right here. This is a cool building. But also, it's a building that I didn't build, so I could probably just go and grab it. So let's go back to the other board. Let's go to the main hub. Just because it runs better, because it is less heavy, we're going to make this area of just the important things. So we've got the vault, we've got the bar, we've got the raider camp. I feel like adding in another building across from it like an apartment would probably be a good idea. So why don't we go and look at some assets that other people have built? Let's go and look at some slabs. See, these are the ones that I just built. Whenever you upload to the community, it helps other people out that might need something like that. Maybe somebody else needed a vault. Maybe somebody else needed a raider camp. What we got here? See, lots of amazing things built. Like, see, we used that last night and I just modified it. I modified that last night because I didn't feel like building a whole arena. I was only using it for a practice run, so, no reason for me to build it myself. Ooh, okay. I like this though, because this could be something that we could use for the children of Adam. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put this into the main area. What I'll do is I like that. Let's go create a new board. We are going to call this one Adam. Let's increase this. Doesn't need to be too high because I don't plan on running too much here, but I still like to have some water just so that way if we ever do need to go down, we can. All right, so let's go back and then boom, let's go and take that church. And we are just going to set it right there. Boom, that's all we needed it for. We're going to come back later and play with that. But for right now, let's go back to the main hub. See how easy that was? So easy. So easy just to go and have little areas. And that's where I messed up when I first started making this, is I wanted to put everything in the same map, which is totally on me. I should have known better from the get-go. In fact, I wasn't even trying to make the main hub area when I first started. I was just playing with it and it kind of turned into the main hub, but oh well. Is what it is. Actually, I have some dice coming in today too. Gotta love when you get some new dice coming in. But yeah, so let's see. We've got that in there. We got that in there. Let's go and bring that back up. See if there's anything else we want. Ooh, is that a little billiards table? Oh, somebody was building a casino. I'm here for that. Oh, we have some people that have been making some more modern assets. A casino would be if somebody wanted to do like a new Vegas thing, that'd be cool. Oh, look, vending machines. Oh yeah. Yeah, somebody's been in here making a casino. I'm here for that. That's pretty fun. Yes. Yes and no, actually, Cody. So here's the thing. Does it help for everyone to own it? Yes. It's only $25. But I understand not everyone has a computer, and Excel Saga that plays Power Rangers, she plays on her phone for now, and she's also going to be in this campaign. So we're going to have somebody else sharing the screen. And what you do is, all right, so let's go down here, and so like you put down the player's figure, and when you go into your GM stats for it, you can choose who can move that player. So if you have some players that are only watching and saying what they want to do but can't move it themselves, pair them up with somebody so that way they can move that for them. Oh, okay. My bad. The ad hit. Okay, cool. Just tell me when the ad ends and I will give you the lowdown on how it works. I do like this. Oh, it's a little bakery. That's kind of sick. Are you heavy? You're not too heavy. Oh, you're going right across from here. Let's do this thing. Because if some players want to open up a store, which I have offered to them, that's a really good build right there. All right, what do we got? Other ways. There we go. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, I get so excited about finding stuff like this. Okay. Look at that. Now there's a whole little bakery right there. Oh, that's going to be sick. That's going to be awesome. I get so happy about finding little assets like that. That is awesome. Like I said, I kind of want to just have like one more one or two more buildings right here, and then we're going to cap it. Okay. Okay, you're back. Okay, so if you have a player that is not that does not have the game, but they're still able to watch, like let's say that you're on Discord for your discussion, and one of them is just watching. What you can do is have one. What I like how I'm doing is having one other player. So let's just go and throw that guy down, just so that way we can use it for the example. Let's close that out. And when you're not in build mode, when you come in here and you go into your GM tools, when you go to boom, player permission, see, it's going to give you a list of all of your other players, and you can choose who can move around that figure. So if you have somebody that's able to watch but not able to actually be in the system, just assign another player to also be able to move that, so it's not all on yourself. And so that way, when it's that other player's turn, they can move that token for them, which is the way that I'm doing it, so that way it doesn't feel like I'm doing everything for them. It is much better to have it where everyone has the game, obviously, but I understand that it is not always in the ability of your players. So that's how I suggest doing it, is to just have another player kind of move the players that don't have the system and just show it over a Discord call. Perfectly easy enough way to do it. Obviously, they're not going to, the rolling of the dice, they can just roll regular dice if they want, or they can have the other player roll for them. But who wants to have other people roll for you? That's kind of another thing. Like, the GM could always do it, so you can just pop it up, say they got to roll 2 d20s and then a d10, and then, just go drag it, then everybody can see what happens. Because when you go into turn-based mode, you're only going to be able to, like the GM can always roll, but you can always switch between. Very, very cool. Yep. If you have any other questions on things like that, I'm happy to help. Because I know that this is, until you're really, like, I'm just now really learning the system myself. So I understand how it can be like I don't even know what all this thing is capable of kind of thing. So, but yeah, see, I just installed that little store there. Let's go back and see if there's any other cool ones that people have built. What do we got here? A palace pool. Okay, so they were really building up. Whoever this Black Wolf Magic is building a really cool casino. I like that little throne that they've got there. Yeah, this is all of their assets. I'm glad that they kind of came in. Ooh, now that's something I would actually use. Let's go and see. What do we got going on? I believe that's the 3rd floor. It is. Okay, cool. So not everyone needs the same boring bed. What's this? Motorcycle racing game. I mean, it's cool that it's a motorcycle. I don't care about the racing game part. Do weapons automatically do the AC and damage math for you during combat? I believe that there is mods that can do that for you. You would have to install the mod specifically for that. Whereas I am not even running in 5th edition, I don't know. I am running in Modifius Games for the Fallout tabletop game. So it is a different system, but I do know that if you go in to symbiotes, as you can see, they have different things for specific game types and specific rules. So if you did want to have weapons do the damage math for you, yes, you can do that, because there's also mods that can put you with different systems as well. Like I said, they don't have one currently for Modifius Games, unfortunately. So I'm going to be running it myself, but there is mods for literally just about everything. See, there's a 40K one right there. You can import character sheets and all that good stuff. So you can really customize this to do what you want. For example, I have a mod that I have not got to do yet that will let me put actual mini games on the locks. So when the players want to, I wish that there was the actual Fallout one where they had to do the screwdriver and stuff. I might have to see if I can't implement that myself. But you can actually put real locks that they have to do a mini game for to enter rooms and things like that if you want to, yes. So, but that, like I said, that is modding. That is something you have to add yourself. It is not something that is out of the box that is going to calculate the math for you. It is not too difficult to go in and do it manually, which is what I'm doing. Because like I said, it's its own system. right, so let's see. We're going to go and add that bed in here. What's our biggest of the bedrooms? It's looking like... Looking like this one is probably it. So let's go in. Let's go into build mode. Boom. Let's get rid of that. And let's add in that. Because I think that that is kind of neat. That's a pretty fun little one right there. Let's see. Are we at the right elevation? Yes, we are. Cool. Boom. There we go. See, now that it's a little bit of diversity. I just don't want everyone to have the exact same bed. So having that little bit of diversity there adds a lot to the aesthetic. What's this one? This is Dance Revolution. This person is having a lot of fun with their casino. I'm here for it. I love seeing the creativity. That's why I upload my creations as well, because I feel like that's a fair trade. If I upload my stuff, you know, gotta go to work. But holy cow, thank you for answering some of the questions. Huge. Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. We will be streaming Power Rangers tonight. So if you have anything else you'd like to ask about, feel free to come by 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm Rune. I will be a player on that one. So we'll see you around then. I'm glad to have you as a part of the new family. But yeah, so. All right. So let's see. What else we got going on here? We're just exploring this person's assets now. See, they got a billiards table. I like that they use the dice. That's fun. Okay. Ooh, foosball. I do like that. I wish there was a way for me to, like, save some of these, though. That would make it a lot better. I don't know if I just haven't figured that out yet. There's a good chance of it, though. Ooh, that's a flying gunship. That'd be helpful. Helpful for a later campaign. What do we got here? Treetop Village? That's neat. Okay. So the main thing is just getting this initial. Let's go and search. I know that the arena. Oh, there's a few of them now. Ooh, nice. Ooh, that's cool. Let's try stadium. There we go. That's what we needed. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's see. We're going to build a new one. We're going to name it. That's going to be their sanctuary that they can go to. All right. Let's increase the water. Bam. And then bring that back up. And we're going to place the stadium. Hell yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we are talking. So now I just need to go in here and modify this, and then they can go and change it up however they would like, because that's one of the first missions I wanted to give them, was to go to the sanctuary to claim it. This is, I want them to like just basically go in here, claim this stadium, and then they will be able to modify it all that they want. Because the whole gimmick, I wanted to basically have their bar outside of the football stadium, which obviously this is different football, but we can modify it. No big deal. No big deal at all. So, yeah, let's just go and change things up just a wee bit. Let's give it that Fallout touch. I think will definitely help if we get rid of this, because it feels a little bit too castle-y right now. I don't know about you guys. Maybe if I go and put like a little bit of railing on there, that might fit a little bit better. I don't know about you guys. I just feel like this doesn't feel football stadium yet, but we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. But yeah, I hope everyone is having themselves a good day so far. I do like that piece, though. That was a cool little piece that they have there. Such a cool little program, though. Awesome. I don't think that it hurts for it to be a soccer stadium per se, but it definitely needs to be Fallout more, you know what I'm saying? It needs a bit more of the Fallout touch. Make sure there's no outside area that can... Okay, see? There's a door right there. We do not want said door. Not a normal door anyway. So why don't we bring up... Let's go into the building mode. Let's go and get some more modern doors. A little bit too high tech, but you know what? That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Whoopsie. Bloody hell. Don't you hate when you do that? It'll be all right, though. That's what I really wanted. Oh, there we go. See, now we've got some doors that make a little bit more sense. And I didn't like the doors they had on there, so now we've got that at least. That's an easy thing to say that they can and can't open too, so... Let's see. See, like these just I don't see these in a stadium. This is not what I would imagine. So let's go and throw those bad boys on there. Boom. All right. There we go. That looks a little bit better in my opinion. Because I don't know, those gated ones that they have on there just weren't quite working for me. Let's see, lighting wise, I don't think that there would be any lighting yet. That is something that they'll be able to add if they want to. But I do think that we need to change up the grass. Let's see, nature. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Because we don't want the grass to be perfect. So let's go. Nope, not that one we were looking for. That one. There we go. Nope. A little bit further down. There we go. You just don't want it to be too uniform. That's the main thing. If it gets too uniform, I don't think that's a good look. Oh, nope, I guess not. Let's go in here and add this in. There we go. Now we're talking. We don't want it to be too beautiful, I guess you could say. So, because then we can go in and we'll just take one. Boom. Let's go. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we'll just add in the little things, and then they can always go in and clean it up if they want to. That's up to them. Oh. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, there we go. Let's. Do you feel like at least the area surrounding it would, you know what I mean? Like, you can always change the direction. Let's do that. Let's go in here. See, now you're getting to have like the fun of like just like a more swampy, kind of gross looking area, you know. Doesn't have to be the whole thing, but you know, you get a little mud patch right there in the middle of the field. Hasn't been taken care of, so I feel like that's a fun way of doing that. Whew, buddy. Whew. I don't know what they're using for the oopsie. Let's drag that up. I don't know what they're using for the white lines, but did a good job with that, whoever made this thing. That's desert, that's jungle, that's grassland. Okay, let's take the grassland one, flip it that way, drop it down, and then run it. Boom. I feel like that works well along the line, because then we can go over here and do a very similar thing. Okay. We might need to change you. Yeah, we're gonna need to change you. So you will right there. And then we are going to go and let's go ahead and grab that again. Boom, drop it down. There we go. Now we're starting to get what would feel more like a Fallout field. I'm just gonna like let my players choose if they would like to do anything with those. Let's see. I feel like that works out pretty well. Let's move these ones, obviously. Okay, let's go and throw that bad boy right there. Just drop you down. Right. This is cool. This is cool. So what we're gonna do for the first session is they're gonna probably try and clear this area out, I think is what we're gonna have them do. And that'll be an entertaining start to the campaign. I hear one of the cats meowing. But we want to get rid of those because we have a different thing that we want to do. And grab that. We're going to change its direction, drop it down slightly, and then bam, there we go. And let's go and take one of those, flip her around, drop it down slightly, and then boom, there we go. What you think of that? We're starting to look a little bit good. Love it when a plan comes together. I do not like that it keeps doing that. But that'll be okay. Not the end of the world. See, I don't like that they had that little green spot right there. I wish that they had created one that doesn't have that. Kind of annoying, honestly. I just think that it makes it where it looks too repeated. But that's just me. Being a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to this type of stuff. Hopefully it is something that the creators of this will address eventually and add more background assets. But we're starting to get some look. Might see, how does that look? Honestly, that looks better. Not gonna lie. Let's go. All right, so I know what I want to do with that part. Let's just go. No, wrong way. Doesn't want to do what I want it to do. Is what it is. That's why it's almost better to build the asset, save it, and then drag and drop it in. Let's go ahead and give this a look to see how it's going to look. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that. About this. Yeah, at least there's some more variety to it. Yeah, I think that's going to make it look better. It is what it is. We'll be able to play around with it some, though. But I think that looks better than with that grain. Oh, hold up. I forgot. I don't want to do that with those parts. I want this part to go with that. Because I like to outline the thing. See what I mean? But it's coming together, though. That's what matters. I mean, because I want this to be one of the first things that they really go and fight. Oh, goodness. Whoopsie. Don't like that thing. Let's lock it. There we go. That'll keep it from doing that. Okay. Doesn't make any sense, but it's what it is. Just there we go. Now we're starting to get the look. This will work. All right, let's go and put that one right. Yeah. And go and grab that piece again. That's going to go right there. And that will make it where we can go in back with this piece. And drop her down. Boom, and then boom, boom. Because we're going to go back over here again. Grab that piece. Drop it down. There we go. Now we're starting to get that look. Now we're starting to get the look. Okay. It's turning out good so far, guys. Turning out good. I'll probably just do this until my package gets here because I know that I have some dice coming in today. New chapter of Power Rangers. The one that Amy Jo Johnson is doing came out. So we got a little bit. We got time. We got plenty of time before that package gets here. Let's go and have some more fun getting this map nice and ready. Because I'm very much looking forward to next week and running this system. My biggest concern was, is the system going to be able to run while also doing Streamlabs. And that's what I'm testing today more than anything, is how well can this run. Found out the big map, no go. We're going to have to section the map out into smaller places, which is totally cool because it still holds a lot. You know, you can put in a lot before it starts to give me any lag. But I also want to, you know, plan beforehand and make it run as smooth as possible for all of my players. So, you know how it be. But no, the system is... I'm enjoying it. It's just, this is something that you, once you get started on it, you're going to be doing it for quite some time. Let's see, we've got that little mud patch that I made on there. I just don't like the uniformness of having that little green patch like that. It bothers the hell out of me, and I'm so picky about those little details. Like, it annoys me enough that it's right there. It is what it is, but still annoying. I feel like we would at least have... If we're going to have that middle part be kind of swampy and gross... So we've got the little swampy bits. Let's go here. There we go. And boom. Oh, we got another message. For our stream, I have to run at Talespire on a second machine. Oh, yeah. It is it is something that I have thought about. I'm running an okay enough system that it seems to be working okay, but I definitely could see the benefits of having a completely separate system to run it on. It's not something I have the money for yet. I definitely want to in the future. But the other board that I'm currently running, let's see, the main hub board, it's a little bit heavier and it's still running just fine. You know, I'm working on it right now, getting this main hub started. Because I had the main one that I was running, that I was experimenting with, was way too heavy. So I'm rebuilding the hub right now. Like, we have Vault 113, we have a Raider base, we have their main area, and then I'm going to have an area that they can go and buy stuff from, like a little shop that they can go and buy stuff from. So I just need to fill out the area to give them their main hub, and then I'm just going to have it where they bounce around into smaller areas as opposed to just one large map, which is what I originally had planned. It's just, it is a very heavy system, so... finding ways to kind of put yourself in blocks is probably the way that I'm going to end up having to do it. Because running it for a stream, yeah. I can imagine that would get quite heavy. I'll have to go, one second. Let me get on to Twitch and then give you a follow on my other thing. So that way I can see your streams for it. Let's go. Because, yeah, I want to be able to, like, see other people's stuff as well. It is not optimized yet at all. No, it is such a heavy fucking program. But it's great. It is great. I love it. I really do. It's great. Oh, that was me. All right, let's see. Oh, so I followed you on my other one. So that way I can go and see what your guys' streams look like. Oh, you're playing it right now? Forge of Lore. The channel we stream on is Forge of Lore. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. I stream on this one for tabletop gaming. My other one that I just followed you on was for my other stuff that is outside of tabletop gaming. But yeah, we are running we're running Power Rangers tonight, and then next Monday, oh, thank you very much for the new follow. And next week, we are going to be starting Fallout on Monday. I'm also going to be using this for a high fantasy system in November. I'm trying to convince our guy that's going to be running, what is the name of that mech one? Lancer. He's going to be running Lancer, and I told him that this would be a fun one to run Lancer on, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. So let's go back to the sanctuary. Boom. There we go. Yeah, I'm loving this system, but it definitely needs that optimization still. But it'll do as long as I don't overload it. That's the biggest thing. I've been using Talespire for I've not run it yet. I've only been building. I ran my session 0 last night for Fallout. So I've only been playing in this system for about 2 weeks though. So I'm very new to the community when it comes to Talespire, not tabletop gaming. I have over 20 years experience when it comes to just tabletop gaming. But I do have a background in 3D animation, so that kind of gives me, I guess, a little bit of a advantage over some people, I guess. Maybe. I don't think this seems like an easy enough program. It just takes some practice with. I don't like certain aspects of it, but I'm still learning. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's just, stuff like this kind of annoys me where it's like I would like to just be able to grab it, but it makes me go down instead because I'm not at the right level. So little things like that, it takes some getting used to for me, but it's not the end of the world. And I don't have all of the hotkeys memorized yet either. I just joined it last night. My boss sent me the Discord and was like, "Hey, you should join this." I was like, "Okay, cool." I figured might as well. Because it definitely seems like a very cool community. That's one thing that I love about it, is it's more about the game. That's the thing, is it seems like the people in this community actually, it seems like they really care about just putting out cool content as opposed to just, money. Because they could easily have it where people are trying to make money off of their assets. That's why I uploaded my Fallout assets earlier. Like my Vault 113 is, people can go and grab it right now. My Raiders camp, they can go and download it right now. I just uploaded those today. So that way, because if I'm going to, be a part of the Talespire community, I want to contribute as well. So, I'm making sure that, it's a give and take thing. If I'm going to go and use other people's creation some in here, I'm going to give them the ones that I have. I have a satellite station I'm going to put up later. Yeah, I've noticed it is just strong, like a real strong community, and that's what I enjoy more than anything. Yes, I do tabletop gaming for a living, but it is not it's not just all about the money for me. It's about the fun storytelling. And I just think that this is such a fun tool for taking that to a whole new level, which is what I really want. It's just, I want to make a cool show. I went to film school. I want to make a cool show that gets people into tabletop gaming more than anything, because it's what's your Tales Tavern name? Don't have one, I guess. I didn't know that I needed one. Oh, the Summer Sailor. That's what you mean. Yeah, the Summer Sailor. If you go in here, you can look right now. And let's go and look at some slabs. Oh, we just have to remove that. Boom. Yeah, as you can see right here, Vault 113 is the Summer Sailor and the Raider Camp. Oh, one of the yeah, I haven't went on there yet. I know that because I've only used the built-in one. I've heard that there's a few sites that people use. I haven't got around to checking those yet. I bet that there's some amazing stuff on there. Oh, I definitely need to go and check out those boards though, because I bet that there's some amazing stuff that I could bring in. But I figured, why not, contribute? I try at least to help contribute some. We'll see Hopefully I see other people like picking up some of those assets and using them because I think they're pretty cool. I do think that there's some work that needs to be done here. I don't know of a way to save these yet. And that's one thing I think that would desperately need to be done is you can being able to just go and save different things like that. I think that it makes a lot more sense to be able to. We'll see. We'll see if they end up ever actually going and doing that. Oh, let's see. Let's go back to building because we are wanting this one. Yeah, because I definitely I enjoy building these things, so hopefully some people will end up liking some of the assets that I'm making. We'll see though. Like I said, this is just a stadium somebody else had built, but I felt like why not go and make it a Fallout stadium that people can build stuff into? Because that's fun. Yeah, I noticed because I was looking at the release stuff, and yeah, it is very new. But it's cool that it's a thing, though. I mean, it shows that they are really they're definitely putting in the effort to, you know, make this a long-standing thing that people can play with, which, you know, I would hope so. But you know how projects like this can be. Sometimes like they get started and then they move on to other things, or it becomes a money sink. And yeah, I have not noticed anything like that with this community yet, which is very nice to see, where it's not them just trying to milk people for every cent that they can get. There's a reason I don't play a lot of 5th edition anymore. I'm I'm more about like the actual communities as opposed to just the big companies making money. Like I have a big D&D tattoo on my arm, and I don't even play 5th edition much anymore. Nice. So you've really put in the time with it. That's cool. I mean, I stream a few times a week, so I'm sure that I'll be in it quite often with my players. They seemed pretty excited about it last night when we were practicing with it, though. So that's always nice to see them all getting excited about one of my little random experiments that I'm doing, because this is kind of an experiment, seeing if it'll be good for our company to use. Because we have multiple different campaigns. I don't run all of them, so when we have different people, you know, I'm trying to tell them that this would be a good program for them to run as well. So we could very well be getting quite a few new people using it if I end up liking it. So, which I have been. So hopefully, like I said, I'm trying to get our guy that's going to be running Lancer to run this system, because I think that it would go well with Lancer. I just finished up streaming not too long ago Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I don't think that Avatar would be the best system to run with this. I think that Avatar is it's not a system that I think is perfect by any means, but it's definitely more storytelling, and this feels more for the people that enjoy like their minis and the actual math part of it. Avatar felt very much of we're just going to theater of the mind the whole thing, which nothing wrong with a little theater of the mind, but I'm wanting a little bit more of a crunchy system. So I think that running Fallout will be fun for 2 or 3 months. Not too long of a campaign. We'll see if people end up enjoying it. We'll run it longer, but I usually only plan for 2 months at a time, and then see what the reception is after that. Kind of like the idea of having those underwater almost. I could easily make that happen. I can just build up some stuff in there to make it surrounded by water. I think that'd be fun. Let's see. No, that'd be fine. Let's just make that muddy, because we've been doing too much of the same the whole time. let's just make it muddy. There we go. It's a little too high. Let's drop it down one layer. There we go. That's what we wanted. Booyah. There we go. Honestly, I kind of like that texture. It's fine. We've got a single 5e campaign that you're running, but we're doing one shot with other members of the team GMing. Got one coming up of kids on bikes. I'm really excited to try. Oh, nice. We're talking about running kids on brooms. Same company, different game. In June, I believe we talked about. Yeah, June. I think we're running kids on brooms. So I don't think I'm the one running that one, though. I'll probably be in it, and if not, I'll be producing it because I produce all of the content here. But yeah, we're gonna be running that system as well. Same system, different setting, I guess. More than likely, I'm not too familiar with it. I haven't run kids on brooms or kids on bikes yet. So, but it does look like a cool system, simplified, very small book, which is always nice, especially when you're bringing in new people to a system, which I know that a lot of us end up doing these, because just finding people to be a part of it sometimes can be a hassle in itself. I know I deal with that a lot, of just trying to find people that'll actually come to the sessions. Drop those down. There we go. But yeah, I like this. I like a nice simplified system sometimes. Not everything has to be 2 numbers crunchy, although I do enjoy those systems as well. Let's get rid of these. We're planning on rotating GMs for our main campaigns, but we go long form. We're doing episode 80 tonight, and they'll probably have at least another year to finish the campaign. Okay, nice. See, where we're a newer company, we literally did 2 months of Avatar, and that was our first official campaign. We've been letting people kind of get started with the 2 weekers, and like 2-month campaigns, and we're gonna switch up to doing longer ones. Like I plan on my high fantasy campaign, which I'll be running in Fabula Ultima's system. Which, by the way, if you have not looked up Fabula Ultima's system, it's beautiful, especially if you like JRPGs. Got a bunch of awards last year. I'm going to be running a more anime-inspired fantasy campaign in that come November. So if you have not looked at Fabula Ultima, highly recommend it. It's a very, very cool, simple but customizable system. And I know I'm a big fan of customizing. Yeah, and it runs like you've got the mana pool and everything, just like you would for a normal JRPG. So I got it on DriveThruRPG for, I think, $17 for the main book, and I think 14 or 15 for the first expansion they put out, because it is a newer system, but it's really good. It's really good. I believe it's either translated from Italian, if I'm not mistaken, because I think the next book that we're getting, because we got the core rule book, the high fantasy book, but we're supposed to get like a cyberpunk book and a like nature fantasy book, but the next one is the Game Master's Guide, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Oh, there are snow. We might have to do some snow stuff for the winter campaign. I was wondering about that the other day. Let's see. Let's go and add. How are you looking? Yeah, that's not a bad look. Add that to the outskirts. There we go. I haven't done like a 1-page tabletop role-playing game, but I do like a simplified system, because I do have so many newer players that are part of this stuff, and they're great, but trying to get them to, actually want to do all of the crunchy number stuff, it's hard. Huge cyberpunk bundle of books from Humble a couple months ago. Eager to check it out. Oh, nice. I haven't done a whole lot in Cyberpunk stuff, in all honesty. I think that it looks really cool, though. I have primarily I've done a lot of Pathfinder, Power Rangers, of course 5e. Animon is a cool one that I played recently. We were play testing because we're going to be running that later this year. My boss is going to be running that one because Animon is like a Digimon / Pokemon. Really, really cool system. And even lets you change up how it runs depending on the type of monster taming you want to do. Do you want to have monster multiples? Do you want to have just one? Do you want to have, ones where you combine with your monster, or do you want to have ones where the monsters combine together? You can really customize the system to kind of fit the monster taming genre that you're motif that you're trying to fit. And I think that is really neat. Because I know a lot of people would like to play, there is the unofficial Pokemon one that's pretty popular, but, an actual system would be probably a little bit more fun to customize. Yeah, it's a very cool system. We're going to be running that one in May or June. I'd have to ask my boss when he plans on running it, because he's releasing a novel alongside it. So, like a light novel series. So that's going to be pretty fun. I think that that's a cool system. Letting people really get a chance to play out those types of things. Because I personally, as much as I like Pokemon, I am more of a Digimon fan personally. I think that it has better storytelling. So I'm hoping that I will get to play more into that side of things as opposed to the Pokemon side, since I feel like Digimon does better for a role-play game, whereas I feel like Pokemon would do better for almost like a, oh, whoopsie. Did not mean to eliminate that. Let's drop that boy down there. Oh, there we go. I would love to, I feel like Pokemon would almost work better for like a war game. I'm surprised that we don't have, in fact, I've wanted to work on a tabletop war game that was based after monster hunting. Like, why do we not have 40K with Pokemon, essentially? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you'd think that would be something somebody would have done forever ago. So, I'm somewhat working on a system for that, but you know how that goes. When do you have time? But yeah, monster hunting wargaming would be pretty cool. It's starting to look more like something Fallout could have that they could use for making a sanctuary. We're starting to get there. All right, let's see. Let's go and what else we got? We got that one. Yeah, we could run with that a little bit. We'll add more variety later. Right now, we're just trying to get it made more than anything. Yeah, well, I'm a disabled veteran, so honestly, I'm not even going to pretend like most of my me being able to do this for a living is because I'm good at it. Although, I mean, I have people that tell me I'm good, but the only reason I'm able to jump directly into it being like an all the time thing is simply because I am a disabled veteran, so I am able to put all of my focus into this. But yeah, if you're ever looking for somebody for like a guest role or something, I am always happy to do something like that as well. If you're ever looking for somebody to just do a spot and come in to be a character that you kill off that stream or that comes around every month or so, I'm happy to do that type of thing. I love doing collaborative work. If you're ever looking for that kind of a thing, we'd be happy to have you or any of your players over on our streams as well. That's one of the things. I'm not a greedy person. I think that there's enough, creativity out there and everything to have as many different tabletop streams as we can get going. Yeah. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. But yeah, I mean, because it's like books. We're not saying that there's too many books. Why do we have to pretend like there's too many, tabletop streams going on. There's a million people playing Fortnite. I feel like there could be just as many people making these types of games. Plenty of love to go around for it. Different settings and genres to tackle. But yeah, well, I look forward to seeing you covering, watching some of our actual streams of us playing, so you can kind of get a vibe for what I do. Because I'll definitely, unfortunately, I won't be able to watch your stream tonight. Like I said, we have Power Rangers tonight, but I will catch you guys on a different stream or go back and watch it. One of the channels we work with a lot says a rising tide raises all boats. We've taken that. Yeah, that is a great way to put it. That is a fantastic way to put it. And I still think that, even though something like Critical Role is like the biggest streaming and everything, I still feel like tabletop role playing on these platforms is still somewhat niche. Just going by some of the different streaming platforms don't even have a category for tabletop gaming. And if they do, a lot of times it's just Dungeons and Dragons. So, we have a long way to go still for exposing and putting out what we do to the community. So, I definitely look forward to seeing what stuff like this can turn into. Because I'm definitely in that boat of, let's all motivate each other and help each other out. We've got enough people to throw around for guest spots and stuff, so yeah, we go. Now we're starting to actually look like what I'm looking for. All right, I've spent enough time on that for a while. It's in a decent place. Let's go back to the hub. Let's go back to the hub map. See how that's rolling, because I'm about to probably call this good for now, because I do have a stream tonight. Yeah, all right, that is looking good, but I definitely need to fill out some of this area. Gotta figure out another building that would go good there. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's very difficult to be discovered in this field. I'll actually be hosting some at a nerd convention this weekend, so hopefully we'll be able to get our name out there a little bit more. But yeah, it's very niche. YouTube doesn't know what to do with us. Twitch is just getting there. Facebook I've been doing better with. I do okay with Facebook. But yeah, well, we'd be happy to, work with you guys some to help cross promote. Oh, new follower. Hey, there we go. So we'll definitely, unfortunately with the system I'm running on right now, I can't go and follow you guys until after the stream, but I will 1000% go and make sure that I follow you guys afterwards. Like I said, this is the company account that I'm on right now. My personal one is where I do my other nerd streaming stuff. But yeah, the tabletop stuff I do over here. So yeah, totally. We'll definitely do the same for you guys. So whoever ends up tonight being done first, which will probably be us because we're only running a 2-hour stream, we'll make sure that we raid over to you guys then. But I think I'm going to call it for now, though. Yeah, it is awesome getting to meet you, though, Steve. Dungeon Master Steve. I go by GM. I'm a GM. I don't like saying Dungeon Master too much, but I totally get your vibe. But yeah, yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you too. I look forward to doing a little bit of cross promotion work if you end up wanting to, and if all else fails, rating each other and showing support is the main thing. But yeah, I will